And it's taking, yes, we are live. Hi.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Anita here from Women of Courage Asia community leader, but I'm also a partner with Lillian with Class Living. And today, Lillian will introduce herself and introduce our topic.
Right. Thanks, Anita. Today we are going to continue with our theme, communicate with love. Right. But before we jump into that, for those of you who are first time with us, welcome to Voices of Courage Asia. So this is a platform, this channel, we just want to inspire and empower women out there, with life stories, real life stories, practical tips and strategies to empower you with skill sets, tips, strategies, to live a life of courage, purpose, and significance. Right. So we have been talking about our core values, which is class, C as in courage, L for love, A for authenticity, S for stewardship, and the other S is for significance. But we also actually have two more core values, right, in the blueprint, which we will come to that very soon. But today, we are still looking into the core value of love. Right, so communicate with love, and today we're going to talk about the 284 of love. 284 of love. What is that?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. It's like buying 4D.
Right. Now, this is a very useful, what you call that? 3 numbers to remember. Yeah, because we're talking all about being, right? To be, do, and then you will have. You want to be loving. You will do the loving things, the loving actions, and you will have the loving relationships that you want, right? So, be, do, have. So, being loving. So this 284 will help you to remember what love is all about and what love is not.
Yes.
And I learned this through with Pastor Kong Hee. So thank you very much for educating us, extracting this. Actually, this is being extracted from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 to 7, the very famous verse, love is patient, love is kind, love is... But you are very, very wise. Very good to break it down into this 284. So it's very easy for us to remember. Okay. So we are going to look into what is the 2 all about. What is the 2 basic? It's actually talking about the 2 basic virtues. And that is the being. Right. So love is patient. Love is kind. So these 2 very important virtues we want to remember. Yeah. So Anita, is these 2 virtue evident in your life?
Patient. Okay. Patient and kindness is a virtue I'm still learning. Something I struggle with because I'm very expressive. I'm very expressive. I say what I say. I mean what I say. I show love. I show it hard. I show it strong. But there are times where it's not very kind. Because certain times that maybe my children say certain things, I was just caught out. Okay, I didn't realize I've mastered the art of rolling eyeballs. Okay, it's not very kind. Okay, it's not very kind, and it's not something that we want. Like, the other day, my daughter said something, and it was totally off tangent. It's like certain information is just like they use the word. Everyone in my school didn't do well.
Everyone.
Everyone. I'm like, wow. Then I didn't want to correct her because I correct her all the time. Then I turned around and as I turned, the eyeball just followed. So naturally, and she went, "Why you roll eyeballs at me?" I said, "Did I?" So yes, tough. Okay, patient and kind is tough because I think sometimes we do. I mean, I find a lot, speaking to friends, and like yesterday I had lunch with a girlfriend, and I realized after sometimes we don't actually put much effort to romance our relationship anymore.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't take time to romance our partner or woo our partner or vice versa. Let's not talk about the other part, talk about ourselves, right? We don't
Mm.
take the time to woo our partner or put something or squeeze back into that sexy lingerie that might just okay. But we don't do that. We hardly do that anymore. And then after that we say, oh, then we become very impatient with them and we become very unkind towards them because certain things they do we become so familiar and then we wonder why there's something wrong in our relationship.
Mm.
So we don't
Yeah,
romance them anymore.
yeah. It takes patience to bear with each other's nonsense.
Not nonsense.
Yeah,
Bear with
uh,
each other's
blind spots,
to each
weaknesses.
other's almost perfect character.
Yeah, before we continue, we just want to say hi to
Yeah, let's say hi to
Hi,
Brenda.
Ihui. Oh,
Yeah, Brenda, let's say hi, 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 love, love, love. I love you too, love you, Carrie sister. We see you tomorrow, Brenda, okay? We feed you, huh? 2 o'clock, huh? Hey,
yay!
Nasha!
Hello, you and
Hey,
your beautiful
sweetie.
daughter.
Nasha, the ever amazing writer. Oh, so nice. Okay, back to being patient and kind. Actually, Lily, I want to ask you, right? If and I'm sure many people who meet you, many people will always think, my goodness, Lillian must be such a patient and kind wife. No, it's true. So if you want to take a poll, right, I think we can actually take a poll, and majority will actually agree with me. That you're actually very patient and kind. I've seen you. I had I would call it a blessing to have lunch with you and your husband, and of course we ignore your daughter. Yeah, we totally ignore her. Like anyway, and I see and it's so observant. I can see the patience that comes out of you, and immediately the beautiful kind role of a doting wife that you automatically just put on so gently and nicely. So I just want to ask you, are you 100% all the time that patient and kind towards your spouse? I know
Nope,
I'm putting you on the spot.
nope.
Spot.
Yes, it's a straight no. Yeah. I Funny thing is, I don't see myself as patient and kind. Yeah. Uh, Maybe it's a train virtue,
Okay.
cultivated virtue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm, Patient in what sense? Like, I don't get you. Like, what would you see?
No,
I
like
don't
okay,
see
I
myself as
I, I
nice.
only had the glimpse, that one small glimpse. So it doesn't. I like to quantify it and qualify this, that it doesn't take the whole totality. Okay, so this research is non-conclusive, but just a little conversation. I mean, I have to qualify myself, but just the conversation we had a 1 hour, 2 hour lunch. I don't know how long we talked, right? And I noticed how patient you are to wait and how kind you are to wait as your husband shares his experience and shares his idea, and you never once go in to interject, to go or okay, that's not you lah, to interject or to get the limelight. Sometimes like if it's me, I will interject to say that, okay, my husband is not exactly the most funny person. So I interject to lift the conversation so that the energy will be high, you know. But I never saw that out of you. You never interject the conversation or to add in your 2 cents, but you just
Okay,
let the.
this is train. This is train, right?
Okay.
I remember when we were younger, we were very young parents. When I was in my late 20s when I a parent, right? And when the kids were in their preschool, toddlers and preschool, so my husband is very disciplined and very focused. He's like, very army military style. And when he disciplined, that's when I like to interject.
Oh,
I wasn't patient to let him do his part. And I used to interject a lot. And the more I interject, the more the my boy kena.
mm. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so So I learned through the hard way. And then of course we have a talk about this, So he did express, he did let me know that, whenever he's disciplining the children, I better don't interject, don't interrupt. Because
Okay.
that make him very frustrated. Yeah. So I learned to hold my
Okay.
yeah. So
So
that's strange.
so coming back to these two basic virtue, it has to be learned and trained, isn't it?
Cultivate,
Patience. Yeah,
cultivating, right? You need to
it
be
has to
cultivated. It's like the
cultivate.
fruits of the spirit, right? You need to be
Exactly.
cultivated.
So exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not. So I want to, people who are listening out there, don't be too hard on yourself. Says, oh, I'm not a patient person. I'm not a kind person. You know, it is not natural. It is not a natural thing. It's something you have to learn to cultivate through experiences and through trial and tribulations.
Wow. It's also serious.
It is trial and tribulations.
Yeah. But experiences, yeah, like you said, all the different experiences in our life. If we are very intentional in personal development, then we will view all these experiences as valuable opportunities for us to
Yes.
cultivate certain values in our lives, like for
Mhm.
example, patience and kindness. Yeah.
Yes.
So being
Yes.
kind,
Mm.
I know my husband is very kind. I learned a lot from him
Oh
also.
yeah, he is. He is. He is. I the little that I saw, and I can see he really loves you, and he really makes sure that you're taken care of. I can see that part. So anyway,
Acts of service are his love language. Acts of
yeah,
service.
his acts
One
of
of it.
service. Yeah, yeah, he can be my
Okay.
friend. He can be my friend. Act of service everywhere. Yeah. What about
Right.
eight?
How about
Love.
the eight? Yes, the eight.
So we did number two. Now we do number eight. So those want to buy 4D today, maybe you
But
can do it.
the eight is a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
Because there are eight things that love is not.
Not.
Love is
Okay.
not this. Okay?
Okay. It's not envious.
Mm.
Okay.
Not
It's
boastful,
not proud.
not rude,
Not self-seeking.
not easily angered,
Oh God, forgive me there. Keep no records of wrong. Alamak.
and do not delight in evil. Wow.
But love is not. So I mean, we all can say like, oh, I am not. I don't delight in evil. I'm not envious. But I think like you want to know something for me like. I think the worst comes out of me is when I'm driving.
That's the best time to
That's
see.
the best time. You want to save me from all this love is not make sure there's a traffic jam. Then all this pattern won't come out, okay? But if it's I remember last week I gave a lift to my connect group leader. He right after the driving right, and that's very controlled because your connect group leader is there right, so it's very controlled. After the end of the driving trip, when I dropped him home, he said, "I think I just shaved off 5 years of my life sitting in your car." He said, "I want to die at 90. I think I'll be leaving the earth at 85."
What did you do?
A certain creative way of driving is needed, because people in the world don't know how to drive, no.
Right.
So yeah, back to eight things love is not
Hmm.
envious.
Envious. Let's start with the first one. Envious. Yeah.
Okay, I think secretly for me also sometimes I see people around me who start off at the same level as me sometimes,
Mm.
and they progress faster. So I do have a bit like, wow, why but again, they progress faster because they put in more effort, they're more focused. And that's the thing I tell myself to comfort myself so that I don't see them and I roll eyeball whenever they talk to me.
I think about this point, right, is what we want to learn is to celebrate,
Yeah,
celebrate with your friends when you see them progress, when you see them,
exactly.
achieving their goals and being successful. Celebrate together with them, instead of being envious and then it turns into what you call that jealousy and oh yeah, and it turns into very nasty thoughts that you may have lah, right? So learn to celebrate learn to compliment, learn to praise them for the hard work that they have put in, that you know, so that they progress. So I think that's one way to not be learn not to be envious, but
Yes.
to celebrate
Yes.
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I think, as in terms of not boastful and proud, I think um, in terms of this area, I think, how do you say? I speak for myself. I may not say it, I may not say it, but I wouldn't say I don't have problem in this area, but because I'm so conditioned and trained by my girls to, like, please don't share our life out to people. Please don't tell people what we achieve. Can you please keep quiet? So I'm trained in that way, because sometimes as parents, right, our pride, I feel, our joy and pride is the way our girls behave or the way our children behave, because we have good kids. I still say till today, I've got, late teens, okay, almost young adults, right, and still listen to me. I mean, like, it's quite endearing lah.
Yeah,
Quite
I
endearing.
think there's a very fine line, a very thin fine line over there. Like,
Mm,
we're proud of our children, and that is fine. All
yeah,
parents are proud of their children, and we want
yeah,
to, praise them. We want to, compliment them, affirm them of their achievements and progress. But
yes.
I think here, I'm, I feel that my understanding is about what is the intention of sharing or boasting now.
Ah,
Boasting everything
intention.
that you have achieved, you did, and feeling, wow, I'm so good. Like, yeah, that is what I'm reading here.
Mm,
That what
mm, mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So and that's not love. That's how you pronounce that,
Love.
narcissism. Yeah, I always got problem pronouncing that word. Yeah. So,
Love.
but being proud of your children, and being proud of that kind of it's not how should I put it? It's not a bad proud. It's not a bad pride, if that makes sense at
Yeah, it
all.
is.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
again, it's intention. I like
Intention.
it's intention. Even in all the eight things, love is not even rude or self-seeking, easily angered. Is what is your intention when you decided to behave that way?
Mm.
So I think that's a wonderful takeaway for today. Actually, for me, actually, is the intention. If I want to post something on social media about the achievement of my child, what is my intention? Is
Mm.
it too boastful? Because there is somebody I want to rub salt into the wound. Okay, there's nobody. Okay, I got no salt to rub into anybody's wound. Okay, I'm too busy writing content. Okay, but how do you say? Yeah, it's good to know what is your intention. What is your intention? I love that. I really love that.
Yeah, I think these eight things is a very good reminder for us that what love is not. So every time you want to remind yourself to be loving, because you want to practice, cultivate this fruit of the spirit of love, right? This core value of love. You want to remember what love is not.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. How about the four? What's the four about?
Okay, we done two. We done eight. Leong pat ya. Now four. Cantonese. Dua, lapan, empat. Okay, four attitude love carries. What does it mean, carry? Okay, it means it always protect, always believe the best, and hoping the best, always persevering. And that, for me, again, it links very well to what eight things love is not, when we talk about intention. So when we do, I feel that in any act of love we choose to do, again, for me, love is actually very much an action word also. It's no point saying I love you, I love you, love you, and then 1 second later roll eyeball. Wow, love fly out the window. So I think these are intentions. So whenever I feel, for me lah, my takeaway for this is, when my intention must always protect, my intention must always believe the best in everyone around me. My intention is to hope for the best for that person, despite that person being a competitor. Okay, and always persevering. I mean, persevering. I think as Asian ladies, I think we very high level of perseverance. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think personality does play a part
Okay.
in having whether you have a good start, in cultivating these values. Yeah,
Mm,
because like the seven, for example, is the enthusiast, right? And he's like
yes.
always so positive, right? It's always like, wow, believing. I mean, for me, I would see like believing the best. It's always like positive for the seven. Yeah,
Yes.
everything is good. Everything will be positive. Yeah, so that gives a good starting ground, huh? Yeah,
Yes.
but for the six, a unhealthy six, for example, uh, everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Mindset, that kind of
Yeah.
mindset. Yeah, it
Yes.
doesn't have a better starting ground than the seven, right? In terms
Yeah.
of being positive, always believing the best. The six will always be suspecting. They are the skeptic, isn't it? Even if you praise them, they will be questioning.
Why? Yeah.
Yeah, what's your agenda?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
true. It's
so
true. I
yeah,
agree
I
with
mean, when I look at this, I personally feel that personality does play a part in the starting ground. Yeah,
you. Yeah.
right. Yeah, but
True.
again, like we said, this is a fruit, so you need to cultivate it. Yeah, like I'm not always a patient person, but it can be cultivated.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's true. I mean, like, I mean, if all our listeners out there do have time, right? Take time today. When you have a moment, um, reflect back and think that which area in your life that you're actually patient
Mm,
and you're actually kind. If you're going back to the virtue, and you'll be surprised to find out actually we do have patience and kindness in us. We do
yeah,
have it. Yeah, it's
yeah,
just a matter of sitting down, calming yourself down, and reflecting.
yeah. I think we all have that seed of
Yes,
love in us. We just
yes,
need to
yes.
nurture it, nurture and cultivate it until it blossom and flourished. Yeah.
True. And
Mm.
and also I think we also lack. I mean, I use the word lack on the eight things love is not. Okay, so I think we all reflect back. We know that a lot of time, majority of time, the things that we do, we're not boastful or proud or rude or self-seeking. So I think, and then we goes on to, I think reflection is important. What do you think, Lilian?
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Reflection is something that, you know, like breathing, you must do something that you must do on a daily basis, just
Yep.
like breathing and sleeping. You must do reflection because that's where we will learn from our experiences. Otherwise, you'll be going through all experiences and then you learn nothing except being hateful, being envious, and all that, and all those eight things, right?
Yeah.
So reflecting on our experiences in life, and learning the nuggets of
Yeah.
wisdom from it. Yeah, that life gave provided for us. All those
Mm.
experiences are not wasted.
It's
Yeah.
not because again, reflecting again, it has to be second nature, like breathing. Okay, so find a space again, find a time and a space daily. It has to cultivate as a habit, you know,
Yes.
to either pen down. I mean, we don't need pen anymore, we are virtual. But again, I'm a pen and paper person because I like contributing to popular bookstore. Okay, buy a pen and a notebook. Okay, so and write down. It doesn't have to be pages. It can be two lines. Today I messed up because da da da. Hence, I will try better next time. I mean, whatever. Like, always have an action plan, right, Lillian?
Yeah. Yeah. You can always just pen down whatever comes to your mind. Listen to your thoughts. Not just your heart also, but catch your thoughts, and
Mm,
then look at why you behave, why you think that way, why you feel that way, why you behave that way. Right?
mm,
And all those are data points to give you feedback about
yes.
something about yourself. So when you
Yeah.
learn more about yourself, you are healthier. And when you are healthier, you present yourself to your partner, your your future spouse or future
Yes.
boyfriend, girlfriend, you want to bring to the table a healthy you, right?
Yes.
And,
Yes.
going back to the couple example, if you both are having lots of baggages and issues, when they come together, it just magnify the whole thing. That's why marriage is not the problem. Marriage just magnify each of your issues.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. It's true. I mean, I think I always believe we are given one life, and let's make the best out of it. I mean, there are so many resources. I mean, this YouTube channel that we are doing, again, it's a free resource to you all, and we share our life tips. I mean, I'm very open in this channel where to say that, you know. So I'll give you the timing when I'm on the CTEs. Please don't drive, okay? Because you just see my ugly face, okay? So, but what I'm trying to say that finally, this one, we do have. We do have. Oh, the song. We do have. We do up. We do up. Okay.
This is something that I learned during one of my journey in my personal development, where we know that if you think about it, if you think and reflect about it, most people that even you, including myself or yourself, we tend to think this way. We tend to think, when I have the time, when I have the energy, when I have the money, then I will do this, I will do that, right? And then I will become somebody. I will become certain, I'll become loving, I'll become, yeah. So the sequence, very common sequence out there is you have first the money, the time, the energy, or whatever. Then you do, and then you will become. But I would like to, challenge you from today onwards, after watching this episode, think about be, do, then you will have. Because you want to focus on the being patient because love is patient, being kind because love is kind. Yeah. So when you be loving, you will tend to, you program yourself to do the things that are loving, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you will have loving and healthy relationships.
Okay.
Yeah. So
True.
that's what I meant by be, do, have.
So stop all the excuses, because we do have the time, and we do have the energy, and we do have the resources. Okay. It just takes a
And
few minutes a day.
yeah, and I just want to add that love is a choice. Love
Yes.
is a choice. Yeah, you choose to be or be not.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Be loving or not. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's about all we want to share for today. And thanks to Pastor Kong again for this 284, all about
Yes.
love. 284 of love is so easy to remember now. Yeah.
Yes.
So I hope that it will benefit you as well. If you want to watch the entire sermon of Pastor Kong's preaching about this 284 of love, I have included the YouTube link in the caption. So
Okay.
just click on the link and watch. There are two parts to it. It covers the speak the truth in love as well.
In fact, I will add a number zero if you're okay. 2840. If you can cultivate the 2, the 8, and the 4, I believe there'll be zero moments. Okay, almost zero moments that you need to, reevaluate or redo all the undoing that you have to do. So hopefully there'll be zero headaches. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Tonight. It is tonight. Our monthly empowerment meeting that comes
Yay! It's tonight. It's
is
tonight.
tonight. Go to Women of Courage Asia website. Okay, and then click on the link, register, get the Zoom link going. We have Jasmine, who's going to speak for the very first time her story of courage.
Yes. Come and support
Definitely,
her, encourage her. Right. First time.
yeah, definitely a very heartfelt story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Connecting with her vulnerability.
Yeah, so she's
Courage to connect.
yeah, so she's definitely worth coming listen to. And also we got our ever kind, ever supportive Cindy Leong, who's going to talk about about the leadership in your relationship, being a leader in your
Being a leader
relationship.
in your relationship. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you lead in a
So
relationship?
yeah, I like to know how I can be a leader in my relationship. I have a husband. What does that mean? Okay. Anyway, clarity call. If you need to know the 284 or you need to know anything about personal development, if you're stuck, you need to get unstuck, please book a clarity call with Lillian. Many of us, you can read her testimonial in our Facebook page, her own personal Facebook page. Many have gone past her, and many are so blessed. Okay, so do book a clarity call, book your time to get a start, get your 284 going. Okay, and this one, Lillian, your baby.
Transform with courage. Yes. Which is why this is for women by women only. Yeah. So this is our effort, our project, our community project to actually empower and equip more women to step out, to get unstuck, to step out of their comfort zone and really live out, their purpose in life, achieving their goals, right? So that's why it is not just a 3 day full immersion boot camp, but it is actually plus the post boot camp is 90 days, right?
Yeah.
90 days over 3 months. Yeah, we will walk the talk with you. We will ensure you walk the talk and we will
Yes.
journey with you, handhold you with three coaching sessions as well, right? 3 small group coaching sessions to ensure cheer each other on to make sure that you achieve your goals. Okay, we are very serious about you moving out with courage. Yeah. So do join us. For more information and details, you can click on the link in the caption. Right. All the details are there.
Yeah.
And you even want to sponsor someone or another woman, right? You can actually do so because we are celebrating our second anniversary for the whole month of March. Right. In
Yes.
fact, this year, our government has declared it as the Celebrate SG Women year, right? 2021.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can even sponsor another woman to be empowered through
Yeah.
this book camp. Okay, so
Yes.
we look forward to helping and empowering more women through this project of ours.
Yeah. And
Okay.
you deserve to have an amazing 2021. Okay, we all deserve to come out 2021 with stories of courage and victory. And
Yeah. If you
finally,
want to, sorry to cut you there. If you want to see the results already, there are already results. You can actually witness the result on the 6th of March, right? Tune in to us in our Women of Courage Facebook page as well as Women of Courage Asia YouTube. We are going live from 9 a.m. all the way to 4:30 p.m. All right, we are going to share with you the expert sharing, the stories of courage. We're going to have
yeah,
2 sets of panel discussion. It's you
it's
are I'm so excited about this.
yeah, it is. And some of them are gonna base in my home. So the if it's like FBI, like a Pentagon like that. The Pentagon is in my house where we are gonna do everything on our own. We are going to go technical on our own. Something we need to learn and something we want to empower every woman from 9 a.m. to 4:30 to celebrate because we're turning 2.
Yes, and we are very privileged and honored to have Parliamentary Secretary, Ministry of Health, Madam Rahayu Mazam, right? Yeah, she'll be gracing our event as our guest of honor. So yes, she's an advocate of women empowerment as well.
Yes.
So yes, don't miss her speech, right? She'll kickstart the event with her speech.
Yeah.
Right.
And we'll see you again next week, Tuesday and Thursday, 12:30, same time, same place. And
Yeah.
maybe we'll bring you another 4D number. Who knows? Okay. So
Yeah, this session will be the last episode for love. So we
yes.
will move on to the next value. Right.
Yes.
So join us on Thursday for the last episode on our core value on love. Right?
Join us
Love.
tonight. Join us tonight, everybody.
Yes, see
Bye.
you tonight.